The Jaguars stadium deal revealed. The first community stadium huddle is tonight. And in just hours, we're going to learn the Jaguars 2024 season schedule. We are on your side covering it all for you. We have live team coverage tonight. Andrew Badillo is live at the first stadium huddle with what the public wants to know, plus details of the 2 international games in London for the Jags this year.
Plus, where will the money for the new stadium come from? We're breaking down the numbers for you tonight, and our verified team is looking into your questions and claims about the stadium's funding. Mayor Donna Deegan announcing the stadium deal at last night's city council meeting, and the price tag between $1.2 and $1.4 billion, split 55% the city's responsibility, 45% the Jags.
Now, the stadium agreement has a lot of you talking online, mostly about how the city is going to pay for its part. And you can see all of these comments we've gotten right next to me. Stephen Smith-Gall commenting on our post, asking if police and fire funds, if they're going to be affected. Billy Pokolsky saying with schools on the chopping block, it's not like DCPS or any of those schools could use some of the money. And then one viewer saying that the city will be responsible for any budget overruns in the project. So tonight, we're on your side verifying those claims. Here are our sources. Mike Weinstein, the city of Jacksonville's lead negotiator for the agreement, Duval County Public Schools, and the Jacksonville-Jaguars. First, will the police and fire pension fund be affected if the agreement is approved? We can verify this claim needs context. Originally, the funding for that came from a referendum. Voters decided the pension fund debt would start being paid from the half-penny sales tax after the Better Jacksonville plan projects were completed. Lead negotiator Mike Weinstein explains.
It doesn't impact the organizations at all. Basically, in 24, 25 years of the half penny, they'll be fully funded. There's no money coming out of a pension program. Only thing it does is puts it back to what was originally approved.
Second, why is the city planning to spend millions on stadium renovations while there are talks of schools closing in the county? We can verify it's false that the city's budget has anything to do with school funding. We reached out to Duval County Public Schools, and a spokesperson tells us, no, we are not funded operationally by the city of Jacksonville. The school district is primarily funded by 3 different sources: federal funds, state funds, and local property taxes at a rate set by the state. Finally, will the city be on the hook for any cost overruns during the stadium renovations? We can verify, no, the city will not have to pay for any cost overruns. Under the Stadium of the Future frequently asked questions on the Jaguars website, it says the Jaguars will be responsible for any cost overruns for the new stadium. That's the same as other projects such as the Miller Electric Center and Daly's Place.
And so where exactly is the money coming from for the city of Jacksonville to pay for its portion of the bill for the Stadium of the Future? Our Rich Donnelly is on your side diving through the numbers of the project and joins us with details on the plan. Rich.
Well, Anthony, we could say that the goal for the Jaguars is to begin playing inside of their completely renovated stadium in time for the 2028 season. And according to the presentation the team and the mayor's office made to City Council, they believe they can get the funds without raising taxes on Jacksonville's citizens. The Better Jacksonville plan is a $2.25 billion growth management program that was approved by voters back in 2000. The plan was funded by that 0.5% sales tax increase and has been in use for the past 24 years to build public facilities and make infrastructure improvements. The plan was supposed to end in 2030, but there was a proposal to end the plan early in order for the 0.5% tax to pay for police, fire, and city worker pensions. However, the Stadium of the Future plan calls for the Better Jacksonville plan to remain open until 2030 in order to continue paying for infrastructure projects, so the city's $625 million portion of stadium funding can be taken from a $1.3 billion reserve that is in its capital improvement plan. Mike Weinstein, the city's lead stadium negotiator, says this plan will help pay for the stadium and still fund the pensions on their original timeline.
There's no change or detriment or fear of the pensions not getting what they originally were supposed to get to be fully funded.
This was a binary choice. We can build the stadium or we could lose our team. And that's not going to happen on my watch.
Weinstein says that the plan would also reduce the amount of money that the city has to borrow for other projects and therefore reduce the city's debt payment in future years. Reporting live outside of Everbank Stadium, Rich Donnelly, First Coast News, on your side.